I don't even know how many months it's been since I have sat down and actually opened my Cultivate What Matters power sheets and set monthly goals. But since today is the first day of December, the first day of Vlogmas, I decided that it was about darn time we busted these bad boys back out and I set some goals for the month. So here we are. Welcome to my December 2025 goals. I know it's the last month of the year, but as I explained in a video not too long ago, the first of my series, Fabulous by 40, my revival year, I actually started my new year on November 14th. Now, it doesn't mean I'm not going to be setting January goals and using the Cultivate What Matters power sheets in the method that they were meant to be used in with like 8 annual goals and all of that thing. I'm still doing all of that, but I have a 40 by 40 list. I'm not going to go over it all here. Go watch that video if you're interested in knowing more. I will link it down below for you. But I have a 40 by 40 list that is going to be the primary resource for my goals going forward. And some of those goals are reflected in the tending list I have right here for you. We're going to go ahead and dive right in. I don't want to be talking for too long because we all know I have a tendency to do that. So without further ado, let's dive in. The Cultivate What Matters power sheets, for those of you that don't know, and also if you don't know what these are, I will link my video to a full walkthrough of the 2026 Cultivate What Matters power sheets. This is a goal setting planner I have been using since the year 2014. My relationship with this planner is as long as my marriage, okay? I've been married to the power sheets as long as I have been married to my husband, and I love them, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. The way that the tending list is laid out is in monthly action items or things that you need to do once or slowly make progress on throughout the month. Then you have weekly action items or your weekly rhythms, which are things that you want to do every single week. So it is for a habit that's like, for example, if you want to go to Pilates class twice a week, that would go under your weekly action items or rhythms. And then your daily action items are also known as your habits, the things that you want to do each and every day, or at least earn as many check boxes as you possibly can. So understanding that that's how the tending list is broken down, let's go ahead and dive right into my goals. Starting with the monthly action items with the things I want to do one and done. First, I want to reorganize the pantry, which if you've been following along, you're like, Brianna, you just moved in. What do you need to reorganize the pantry for? I need to reorganize the pantry because I did not unpack my pantry. My girlfriends did, and they did a great job. And there are some things that are exactly where I want them to be, but the whole thing as a whole is not exactly in the most organized, most user-friendly structure that it could be in. So in December, my sole home organization project is going to be getting in the pantry and actually setting it up to be exactly what I want it to be. I want to put bins where I want bins. I want to like map out where are the snacks versus the baking versus the savory canned goods versus the extras and bonus stuff versus the protein shakes and all of those things and appliances. What is in there that really doesn't need to be in there? All of these things will be addressed, and I will be doing a whole little pantry makeover project to get it into exactly the shape that I want it to be in. Next up, a December given is Christmas shopping. This year, Christmas has been, Christmas planning has been not so good. Usually I'm the one that has like the birthday and Christmas list already. Here are the links. Here are some discount codes for things if I have them. I have that. Do you know what I have for people this year in terms of what I want for Christmas? No, nothing. Not a thing. And because of that, because of all of the chaos that moving into this house has presented, have I thought about the fact that when we go to Florida for Thanksgiving, which by the time you see this video will have already happened, did I think about the fact that usually on our off years, we celebrate Christmas at Thanksgiving with the people that I'm spending Thanksgiving with? No. It didn't even cross my mind until about a week before we left for the trip. And so because of that, I was like, so Christmas, I've got nothing. And thankfully, everybody else is like, hey, we've got nothing too. Fantastic. So we're not really going to worry about it. So Christmas in general, very low-key occasion this year. And my siblings and we all decided that instead of buying gifts for everybody in an effort for people, including, we bought a house this year. So everybody wants to save a little bit of money, right? So we're even doing, between the 6 siblings, being my 2 sisters and their husbands and my husband. Like, that's the 6 of us. We decided to do Secret Santa instead. So each person is only buying 1 gift for somebody else. So each couple is going to be buying 2 gifts total instead of 4 for us, just to save a little money. None of us really desperately needs anything this year, things like that. Okay. So but we wanted to buy something for my parents and the kids, obviously, Alice and Penny, my 2 nieces, and things like that. But it's definitely much more about just like being together for the holidays. And we're not even going to be in Illinois all that long. We're literally going to be here doing church Christmas stuff on December 23rd. So luckily, hopefully, say a prayer that the weather cooperates and we can leave on the 24th and actually get to where we need to go. This is just the kind of year we're having, and it's okay. But all that to say, I need to get my Christmas shopping done. I would also like to put up our Christmas tree because we're going to be here for so much of December, which isn't always the case. At the very least, because we host small group and people now, I don't know if we're going to do full on Christmas decoration, but I do want to get my Christmas tree up. So there's at least a little festive joy in my living room. Lose 3 pounds. As I mentioned in my Fabulous by 40 video, a goal of losing 30 pounds is easily obtainable if you lose about 3 pounds a month. You can do it in 10 months if you lose about 3 pounds a month. So that's what we're starting with. And let's be clear, losing 3 pounds in the middle of the Christmas season is no easy feat. Memorize 3 Bible verses. In the process of memorizing 40 Bible verses for my year of Fabulous by 40, I want to start small because this is a busy season. I will start to get, higher numbers in terms of monthly as the year goes on. But for Christmas, I think it's fair to do 3 verses just to dip my toe and get things going. Read 4 books. Again, audiobooks do count. And then make cranberry bliss bars because I love the recipe I use for cranberry bliss bars. I believe the recipe is from the blog Belle of the Kitchen. I will find the recipe that I use and link it down below for you. It is absolutely spectacular, a crowd pleaser every single time I make it, and one of my favorite things to make. So, but because I'm a seasonal girly, cranberry bliss bars really only happen in the holiday season because that's when they're at Starbucks. You don't need to go to Starbucks. You can make them better, cleaner, and cheaper if you just make them yourself. Now, my weekly action items, most of these are going to apply for the 3 weeks that I'm actually home. The week of Christmas to New Year's might not happen, but it might. We'll see. 3 strength training workouts every week, 35 hours with my screen time app on. So certain apps on my phone are going to be blocked, namely TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and a couple of games that I've been spending way too much time on. Those are all going to be blocked. So I can't access them, but I can still use my phone if necessary. It's December. I might as well have watch a Christmas movie as one of my weekly goals each and every week. And then you can see here that I scratched out the initial number here. I did write down 75,000 steps a week, which is already more than the average 10,000 steps a day, which is 70,000 steps a week. But then I decided to do the math. My ultimate step goal for my Fabulous by 40 is 4 million steps. 4 million. It just made sense in my head. And so I did the math to figure out exactly how many steps that was going to take. And the 75,000 I wrote down as my goal was not enough. So there's that. So we're going to have a nice little stretch goal of 80,000 steps a week. Yeah. We'll see. I'm hoping that I can front load those most weeks. Maybe even get a little bit more. I don't know. I'm getting nervous just thinking about all the things I want to do by my Fabulous by 40. Whew, it's going to be crazy. And then my daily action items are basically just get back on track. Not that I've been off track, but I definitely have not been tracking regularly. Always mindful, mostly mindful, but not necessarily always plugging things into my tracker. So here are my goals for every single day. Track my food. Hit my protein goal. I shoot for at least 100. I might bump it to 120 because more protein tends to do my body better, right? hit my fiber goal, which is at least 25 grams of fiber. Ladies, we all should be getting at least 25 grams of fiber. My water goal of at least 100 ounces. Get up instead of sleeping in. I have not been so good with the mornings lately. I have just been letting myself sleep, and there's a season and a time for that, and I have been living in that right now, and that's okay, but I'm also ready to kind of be done with it. I'm ready to become the morning person again, do the morning routines again, and just be the better version of myself than the version that I'm currently behaving as. And with that, I have to get up, get out of bed, set your alarm for 7 a.m., and get out of bed. And then tied right to that, I have morning routine, because my morning routine lately has been go downstairs, grab a cup of coffee, sit in my recliner, and poke at a game on my phone. Not even social media, literally a game. And don't get me wrong, I've been thoroughly enjoying the games that I have found online to play, but is that the best way to be starting my day? Absolutely not. What happened to the Brianna that used to journal in the morning, come up to her office, let the morning sunshine come in, or have to sit by her looming happy light thing because the sun wasn't even out yet, and journaled and did the Bible study first and not as an afterthought after dabbling with my phone? No, I don't know where she is, but we have to go find her. So, the morning routine. And then, Vlogmas. I have, obviously Vlogmas is not for 31 days, it is for 24 days, but my goal is to do Vlogmas this year and to do it right, which simply means uploading a video every day. Please, Lord, let me pull off Vlogmas for the first time in years, because I usually peter out halfway through, and I'm going to try. I'm going to give it a solid try, not just oh yeah, I think I'll do Vlogmas because Vlogmas, but I really want to do it. I really do. And I'm excited for Vlogmas because a lot of my favorite YouTubers also do Vlogmas, and I freaking love watching it. And I hope that I am that somebody for somebody out there, that when a video goes up of mine every day, you're like, yes, she uploaded another Vlogmas video. How exciting. I hope I'm that for one person. And if that gets you, that single person, as excited as I get when I see some of my favorite creators upload for Vlogmas, that's what I have to cling to get this done. I really, really, really do want to do it right. So you've heard it here first. If the title didn't give it away, I'm doing Vlogmas, and I want to do the 24 days of Vlogmas. Wish me luck. And there you go. Those are my goals for the month of December. It might have been the only goals video I've shared this entire quarter, but at least I got one in. Oh my word. As I mentioned, I'm trying so hard to just get back into the swing. And again, if you want to learn more about the whole Fabulous by 40 thing, my revival year, I'll link that video down below. Give it a watch because it'll give you a better understanding of what the heck I'm even talking about. And you have to get through the vlog portion first. I vlogged my birthday, which wasn't all that exciting, but I vlogged it. And then the second half of the video is me actually explaining what the heck I'm talking about. So, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to be back with you in full force. I'm so excited to be doing Vlogmas. I will see you every day for the next 24 days, and I hope you are as excited as I am. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.